Hello YouTube, it's PS3 Gaming Scotland here and welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are well and gaming lots. So in today's video I thought with the PS5 just around the corner for us in the UK, I thought I'd show you my PS4 collection, talk about some of the games and memories from that collection, and yeah, let's jump right to the video. So we've got Watch Dogs 2. Personally I like Watch Dogs 2. Sleeping Dogs is one of my favourite sort of open world Chinese, Japanese sort of games. Flashback Classics Volume 2. Collecting of all the classics from one of the older consoles. Until Dawn's there, I've still not played that, I want to play that. I used to be a big fan of FIFA until I realised what EA were. Not great with the Ultimate Team or microtransactions. But Flashback Classics Volume 1, Assassin's Creed the Ezio Collection. This is the only major Assassin's Creed sort of game, so this comes with 2 and a couple other games on the collection. Originally played Assassin's Creed on the 360 at a friend's house, wasn't really a fan of it, but I wanted to give it another go and haven't played it since. Rise of the Tomb Raider, the second in the most recent rebooted trilogy. That's absolutely incredible. The time attack or score attack was incredible. I really enjoyed that game. Fallout 4, again, very first entry into the Bethesda series. Personally not a fan of Fallout, I thought the game wasn't great. FIFA 16, we have Star Wars Battlefront, Tekken 7. Tekken is one of my favourite fighting games. Well, it basically is my favourite fighting games. The Town of Light is a really fantastic indie sort of walking simulator. The trophies are really easy to get as well. Far Cry 5, now I am a fan of Far Cry, especially Far Cry 5, that really opened up the open world. You could explore at your own pace. They got rid of the towers, even though I did enjoy the towers of the previous games. Yeah. Burnout Paradise, now I had this on PS3 and I re-got it again on PS4 and I got the platinum and I'm working on the DLC for that. Next up we had Watch Dogs, the original game. I personally liked this game even though it was overhyped a wee bit at launch. Tomb Raider, the Definitive Edition, the very first in the rebooted trilogy. I personally think this is one of my favourite games in that trilogy. Uncharted, The Lost Legacy. I'm a massive Uncharted fan, but it's basically my favourite franchise, one of my favourite franchises. Call of Duty World War 2. Again, I'm a big Call of Duty fan, as you can see. I've got all the games apart from the very first one. World War 2 was fun. It was almost like a reboot of the sort of World War 2 genre, the campaign. I'm more about the campaign these days. Black Ops 3 was okay. I didn't really like the specialist abilities. Advanced Warfare wasn't a fan of. Ghost, I really enjoyed it. Part of the environments you could interact with and totally changes the map. Life is Strange 2, a really fantastic game. We've got The Walking Dead and Walking Dead the Collection. Again, Walking Dead by Telltale were incredible games. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. This is Crash Bandicoot for me. 3 fantastic games and 3 platinums on my part. I've got Far Cry 4. I love Far Cry, as I've said. Mafia 3. Now I really enjoyed the story in this game. The platinum and game was really repetitive and boring. I haven't got the platinum, but that's why. Battlefield 1, again, I used to love Battlefield Bad Company 2 back in the day. Battlefield 1 is a easy-ish, straightforward platinum. Play most of the levels and get all the collectibles and that. Sign Mora EX, it's almost like a top-down or side-scroll, I think it is, sort of shoot 'em up. You control a wee ship and you've got to kill enemies. Again, a good game. Hidden Agenda, this is one of your Playlink games. It's fantastic. We have FIFA 18. Bought this from my friend in work. Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, a really fantastic game. I just haven't got into it recently. We have Ghost Recon Wildlands. I've still not played this game, but I've heard really good things about it. Detroit Become Human, one of my favourite games from Quantic Dream. You can now get it on the PS Plus collection on PS5. It'll be out, now this is a co-op only experience. Highly recommend, platinum really good. It's just incredible. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, now this is the third and final game in the franchise of the recent rebooted trilogy. I love Tomb Raider games, I love playing as Lara Croft, kicking ass, and this was a fantastic game in my opinion. Now we're going to go into my second row of PS4 games. I'll be right back with you.
2 hours later.
Okay, so this is row number 2, so we've got the original Life is Strange. This game is incredible, I really love the interactive environments and easy platinums that these games offer. God of War, one of my favourite PlayStation exclusives. The Valkyrie Queen is an absolute, I'm not even going to say that, really difficult boss, but it's so satisfying when you beat her. Shenmue 1 and 2 collection, now this is where most of the open world games have got their inspiration from. You can get Shenmue 1 on Xbox 360 I think, and Shenmue 2 as well, but it's a PS4 collection of the first 2 games. I highly recommend this series if you haven't already. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, now that's my favourite Uncharted game by far. Then it will be Uncharted 2, then Uncharted 1 Lost Legacy, and then 3 Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I was a bit disappointed with this one because it didn't have a campaign. We've got Pure Pool. I used to love playing Miniclip, the 8-ball pool and Miniclip. Got the app on my iPad. I love that game. This is similar to that game, but Platinum's, what I've seen online, is incredibly difficult. Control, I really love Control. I thought it was fantastic. It's my first sort of game in that, from that company. Yeah, I just think the superpowers were OP. We've got Spyro Reignited Trilogy, the first 3 games of Spyro. Again, I'm a massive Spyro fan. I really enjoyed these sets of games. Far Cry New Dawn, so sort of every few years Far Cry games have a sort of spin-off, and this was incredible, had really good multiplayer. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, 2019 game, not a fan of that, I'm sorry. The campaign was fantastic and easy platinum. Marvel's Spider-Man, now this is another one of my favourite PlayStation exclusive games. Recently bought the DLC for that, so I'm sort of trying to work my way through that as well before PS5, if I get to that launch, that is. Metro Exodus, incredible game, really good platinum, really varied platinum, and my first game in the sort of Metro franchise. We have The Walking Dead, A New Frontier, I think this is season 3, or technically it's season 3, really good, bunch of characters and story. Far Cry 3, this is from PS4. Yeah, Far Cry 3 was incredible. Did get a bit repetitive towards the end. Infamous First Light, so this is like add-on DLC from Infamous Second Son. It's incredible. I loved this game. Days Gone, now I really liked this game. It was an open world zombie game. Zombies are one of my favourite sort of type of games, and then open world games as well. Can't really beat it. Really good story, and you really wanted to find out what happened to one of the main characters' wives in the game. Dangerous Driving, now that game is made by the former Criterion devs that made the Burnout franchise. The multiplayer is dead because it's quite a small sort of scope of game. Dangerous Driving is incredible though, really fun game. It also comes with one of the add-ons, Crash Mode, that's very similar in that game as well. Infamous Second Son, one of my favourite launch PS4 games. I love this, where you could play as 2 different roles. Platinum, really fun and enjoyable, and I really loved the arenas as well. Resident Evil 2 Remake, my first into the Resident Evil franchise. I loved this game. Quite a time consuming platinum, had to play it 6 times. Yeah, Ratchet and Clank, again one of my favourite PlayStation exclusives, can't wait to play the new one on PS5. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, I played this originally on PS1 and loved it. It's just a shame this is really difficult in the PS4 version. Red Dead Redemption 2, again another fantastic open world game, attention to detail is incredible, just too time consuming, and I haven't played the online yet. Grand Theft Auto 5, I used to mess around with this game with friends, but yeah, I hate when people started randomly killing you from spawn. Last of Us Remastered, this is one of my favourite games of all time. I love this, and the factions mode was absolutely excellent as well. I can't wait to see if Naughty Dog release a part 3. I don't really know where we could go with a part 3, but I'd happily play one. And yeah, hope to see another factions mode for The Last of Us Part 2. The Walking Dead. the final season. This is the ending of Clementine's story. A really good game if you haven't, really easy platinum. Played it innocent until this was one of my favourite double A games I would say. Yeah, I loved it, really fantastic. And The Life of the Strange limited edition. Let's see what it comes with here. So that's Before the Storm, that's like the second one in the series, and it obviously comes with all your sort of usual sort of stuff, soundtrack, art book, etc. Really picked this up from 3X. And finally, just quickly, I nearly forgot these last few games which I've just found here. Horizon Zero Dawn. I've not actually had a chance to play this game yet. I've heard really good things and I really need to play it before the new one comes out. Shenmue 3, again, this is another one that I haven't got around to playing yet. I really want to play it soon. As I played the first two, they were really good, so can't wait to try this one. Medieval, this is another game I haven't played. I did play the demo, really enjoyed the demos, and yeah, these are games from my backlog that I've not, well, the first three I've not finished. Final Fantasy VII Remake, I haven't even started that either. First game in the Final Fantasy franchise. I'm not a big JRPG fan, but this looks impressive and I'm really intrigued to play it. And Resident Evil 3, from the success of Resident Evil 2, I really enjoyed Resident Evil 2 Remake. I'm right at the start of this game, so again I've not went back to it since. I really need to play this as well if we'll get it finished. So yeah, they are just a couple more games that I've nearly missed out on this video. And last but not least, Last of Us Part 2. Didn't like the actual story, I thought the story was crap, but the gameplay was incredible, open world. I loved scavenging and try to take enemies out by stealth. Enemies also have their own names now, which gives them a more human element. Yeah, I just liked the gameplay, but the story was terrible. And Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, this is a proper remaster of 1 and 2 from PS1. I'm really loving this game, but I forgot how difficult and hard it is. And also I've got Ghost of Tsushima, which I can't currently find at the time of recording. I do have it somewhere. Did a review on this game if you want to check it out. I really enjoyed this game, gave it a 9 out of 10, and it's one of my favourite PlayStation 4 exclusives, and potentially could be the game of the year in my opinion I should say. But yeah, they are my PS4 games. There's over, I think there's 70 games that I've got currently. Obviously quality is better than quantity. As always, let me know how many games you've got for PS4 and what games are your favourite. And yeah, so that is, as you can see, my PS4 collection. You've got my Game Boy in the top left and some of my Vita games, which I might do a video on in the future. But yeah, let me know what games are your favourite on PS4. That has been my PS4 collection as of November 2020. I might add to this in the future still, even though PS5 is launching next week here in the UK. I probably won't pick one up at launch, but we shall see. Anyway guys, thank you very much indeed for watching. I've been PS3 Gaming Scotland, and I'll see you on another video. Thanks very much indeed guys, bye bye.